So, good morning. Let me check the audio once again. Just a minute. We check the audio. So, good morning. Yes, correct. Okay. So, good morning. On our present here this webinar about webinar on deep learning using Keras and Tensorflow. So today we are going to see about those topic with technical session also. Okay, last video we see it only on what is it, presentation only, but today we are going to see about both technical wise how we are implementing and how we are processing the data. Okay, so for that purpose here you can. So this is a sponsorship. We are Pantech eLearning with sponsored with Agnel Institute of Technology and Design. Okay, so this is the college today's webinar providing, that is association with Pantech eLearning. So thank you for this Agnel Institute of Technology and Design. Okay, so it's in Goa. Thank you for this wonderful webinar session with Pantech eLearning. So today I am going to take about webinar on deep learning using TensorFlow and Keras. Okay. So in this webinar I will tell you about what is the TensorFlow and what is Keras, why we are using TensorFlow and Keras. Okay, using TensorFlow and Keras, what are the algorithm we can build. Okay, like CNN, RNN, or simple neural network or artificial neural network. What are the algorithms we can build, and then I will be move on to in-depth of Keras. Okay, so using Keras, what are the possibilities we can do. Okay, using Keras, what are the possibility we can do. Okay, so for that purpose we need some data set. Okay, so like pictures. Okay, any type of pictures we need as a data set to train the algorithm or to test the algorithm. Okay, so what are the main definition of deep learning is to train the algorithm, and after training the algorithm we need to test the algorithm. Okay, so for that, to train the algorithm we need some data. So those data we need to collect. Okay, so those data defaultly is available in Keras. Okay, so in Keras we have available data set like animals, birds, and then vehicles. Okay, so like trucks, buses, like that. Pictures are available in Keras package itself. Okay, so using that default data set we are going to see how Keras will be working and how convolution neural network algorithm will be working. Okay, so Keras and TensorFlow is nothing but it's a package, that is it's a library package used to build a neural network algorithm. Okay, so before we go into this session I like to tell about our Pantech solution. It's origin on 2004, 7 branches, 100 plus employees, and 1200 plus workshop we conducted, and 85,000 approximately students we share the knowledge to them. And our profit folio is research and development, industry projects, and faculty development program, and hands-on training workshop, internship and plant training, and short-term courses, value-added courses, and academic project training provided, and customized design service, and state-of-art and audit. Okay, so we have our research and development team in separately in Chennai itself. Okay, so these are the more than we have some branches like Telangana, Vijayawada, and Tamil Nadu and Kerala, like that. Okay, so this is the profile, our profile, and then we have projects. We have done projects like IoT, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, embedded systems, VLSI, image processing, network simulation, power electronics, and electric vehicles. Okay, for this one are for EC and EEE domains. In other hand, we have CSE and IT domain. So big data, data analytics, Internet of Things, Python, and Android Kotlin, Android application development, and data or image text mining, cloud computing, and mobile computing, and also added nowadays deep learning, machine learning, AI. Okay, so these are the courses domains we are providing for CSE and IT department. Okay, so not only for ECEEE department, we have other department like Arts and Science College, and then designing type of oriented colleges also. Okay, so today we enter into the section deep learning with Keras and Tensorflow. Okay, so before we go into this session, I like to introduce myself. My name is Kamalesh. I am from Pantech Solution. I am currently I am working as a research software development engineer in Pantech Solution, like data scientist or machine learning or deep learning and AI or cloud computing, like those domains. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this webinar, you can contact me on hod.java@pantechmail.com. Okay, so thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Angels Institute of Engineering and Technology, to conducting this webinar. Let's we enter into the webinar. So today's goal is nothing but I will just introduce into the Keras, and I will not teach you Keras, but you will learn how the Keras will be useful. Okay, so this is the agenda we are covering today's session, like overview, intro to Keras and TensorFlow, and introduction to deep learning algorithms. Okay, what are the algorithms available in deep learning and what are the types itself, and then let's we enter into the depth, that is Keras in depth. Okay, this is the important topic, that fourth topic, how we can use our Keras and TensorFlow and in real time. Okay, so for that purpose I will tell you in technical manner, and then conclusion. Okay, so the overview. So neural networks are nonlinear machine learning, and they are used to supervised or unsupervised learning. Okay, so what is the overview means? You need to know generally what is machine learning or deep learning. Okay, so machine learning and deep learning same thing only. Okay, like same aim only. Okay, we are training the algorithm and we are testing the algorithm. Okay, but how we are training those algorithms? Okay, so that is the difference between machine learning and deep learning. If you take a machine learning, we have some algorithms and they will use some linear non-linear prediction, and then it will be give the result, accuracy result or prediction result. Okay, that is machine learning. If you enter into the deep learning, we have like neurons. Okay, we have, as a human being, we will act based on the neuron stimulation only. Okay, like same thing only, we, if you want to train the algorithm of deep learning algorithm, we have more number of neurons. Okay, so that's why we called as a non-linear machine learning model. Okay, based on the neurons it will be predict the output. Okay, so this is the main thing you have to know, what is the general thing of machine learning and deep learning. And then you can see the chart. Okay, so like deep learning is capable of modeling a complex non-linear relationship into linear relationship. Okay, so this is the linear and non-linear difference between. Okay, so you can see here deep learning refers to as a training a neural net with a multiple layer. Okay, so if you take a simple neural network, okay, we have a input layer, hidden layer 2, and then output layer. Okay, so this is the simple architecture. Okay, so whatever algorithm you are taken in deep learning, we have an input layer and we have an output layer, definitely, but in between, based on the algorithm, it will be changed. Okay, so if it is simple neural network or artificial neural network, you will have only 2 hidden layers. Okay, otherwise if it is an deep neural network, okay, that is like see convolution neural deep neural network, we have different 2 types, that is convolution neural network or recurrent neural network. Okay, like this, like those type of neural network, we have a hidden layer plus convolution layer, or like recurrent neural network means we have some other different neurons. Okay, so like dropout function, we are using some other different functions. Hidden layer, more number of hidden layers will be available if we enter into the deep neural network. Okay, so that is a simple way. Okay, so this is the in deep neural network itself, we have different. Okay, like simple neural network, artificial neural network. Otherwise, in other hand, we have an input layer, hidden layer 1, 2, 3, any hidden layer, and then output layer. Okay, so they are more powerful, but only if you have lot of data to train them. Okay, so here you can see here here in this word, that is they are more powerful, but only if you have a lot of data to train them. Okay, so in this line we have a difference between machine learning and deep learning also. Okay, so what is the difference between in this line means, if you take any machine learning algorithm, it will be give the result for medium type of data. Like if you have a data with medium or it's Excel sheet, if it is a less amount of data, it will be predict an accuracy result perfectly. Okay, if you have a more number of data, okay, like more number of data, according to the increasing of data, the accuracy result will be same only. If for example, if I get an accuracy result for one data set, 60% of accuracy result means, if I improve the if I increase the data set of same related data set, if I increase same topic of data set also, it will be not give more accuracy result. That is the difference. Okay, but if it is a deep learning means, how much you are giving a data, based on that data it will be give the accuracy result more and more. Okay, so if I have a minimum number of data set, for you will be get accuracy result 70%. If you are giving a more amount of data set, you will be get an accuracy result more. Okay, so that is the another one difference between machine learning and deep learning. Okay, so Keras is used to create a neural network model. Okay, so you have to remind this, Keras is used to create a neural network model. Okay, so if you are now you will know what is deep learning. Okay, so you have an input layer, hidden layer and output layer, but you need to implement those layer. Okay, you need to implement you need to draw those layer. Okay, like input layer is three input layer, and hidden layer is 4, and another hidden layer is 4, like that you need to build them. Okay, so to build the neural network algorithm, we need some APIs. Okay, so those API is called a Keras. Okay, Keras is used to create a neural network model. Okay, then you can see the difference. Okay, if you take on machine learning, we have to done feature extraction, and then we enter into the classification. But if you take a deep learning, automatically deep learning algorithm will be done feature extraction and classification. Okay, so feature extraction is nothing but what are the important data and what are the unimportant data. Okay, so for example, if I take a data set of like heart disease prediction, that is patient report of heart disease. In that report, definitely I have one column like registration number or patient ID number. Okay, so those registration number, patient ID number for me and all not important one. Okay, we need to predict whether the patient will be having heart disease or not. Okay, so at the time we need to do some feature extraction in machine learning. Okay, that is we need to delete that registration ID or patient ID. Okay, but if it is a deep learning, we can they will automatically understand the important data. Okay, so that is called deep learning. Then tools we can use deep learning is MATLAB, Python, PyCharm. Okay, PyCharm or Anaconda Navigator. Okay, so in this video session I will tell you like 3 ways to implement an deep learning algorithms. Okay, those 3 ways I will tell you, then you can work on it. Okay, so introduction to Keras and TensorFlow. Okay, so what is Keras? I already told you, to build a neural network algorithm. Okay, to build a neural network library. Okay, so to design a simple and straightforward, like we can't focus on like hard thing. Okay, if you want to build a neural network algorithm, we can build it easily. Okay, so like that the Keras will be created. Okay, for that purpose only Keras is implemented. If you want to build a neural network algorithm, if you want to build a deep learning algorithm, we need to build deep learning algorithm easy manner. Okay, so we can't write more number of lines of code. So for that purpose Keras is introduced. Okay, so built on top of the different deep learning libraries such as a TensorFlow, Nanak and CNTK. Note that I already told you Keras is a used to build a neural network algorithm, otherwise used to build a deep learning algorithms. Okay, but it's Keras is a API only. Okay, to build a neural network algorithm or deep learning algorithm, we need some deep learning package. Okay, so those packages is called as a TensorFlow or Theano or CNTK. Okay, so most popular one is called TensorFlow. Okay, so TensorFlow is the library package to build the to implement a neural network algorithm or deep learning algorithm. Keras is an API to type the code and build as how much we need. Okay, so that is the basic difference. And then why Keras? Okay, it's a simple, high modular and deep enough to build a model. Okay, it's a simple and high modular and deep enough to build a model. And then Keras backend, you can see here Keras API, and then below that API we can install TensorFlow or Theano, Keras or any other TensorFlow package. Okay, so this is the architecture how it's built. Okay, so why we are using Keras? Okay, so when we compare to any other packages, any other framework packages like PyTorch, Keras or FastAI, okay, so with TensorFlow, Keras is the most trended one. Okay, that Keras and TensorFlow is the most trending one when we compare to PyTorch and FastAI, because it's easy to implement and it's most efficiency one, and then it's giving an accurate result with soon. Okay, so that's why it's trended. Okay, when to use Keras? Okay, so if you are beginner, okay, and then interested to do quick implementation of idea of deep learning algorithms, or if you want to do some fundamental research in deep learning, you can use Keras package, because Keras is easy to learn. Okay, when we compare to any other package. Okay, so how we can use Keras? Okay, so Python plus Keras is equal to super fast implementation and good extensibility. Python plus TensorFlow or PyTorch is just an excellent extensibility only. Okay, it's super fast and good to extensibility, but Python plus TensorFlow or PyTorch you can use excellent extensibility. Okay, so this is the Keras open source neural network library written in Python, and it's capable of running on top of TensorFlow, designed to enable the fast experiment with deep neural network. Okay, so here you can see the chart. Okay, how it's custom, how we can custom with lower level API architecture and higher level API architecture. Okay, how it's flexible and how it is easy to implement. Okay, so this is the chart. It's represent the low level API and high level API. And then about TensorFlow is nothing but it's an library was invented by Google. Okay, so Google is the introduction of library file, and then tensors are nothing but it's a multi-dimensional array object. Okay, so if you are giving any data, or if you are creating a neurons, it's based on the multi-dimensional only. So it's generate the computer graph like graphs, and it's fully written the code by C++ languages only. And what is the use of this one TensorFlow is it's used to build some of the extremely versatile and use it to build the desktop, mobile or any type of application. And then we can install TensorFlow with two types. Okay, one is CPU or GPU. Okay, so you already know about this, guys. I think CPU, what is CPU and what is GPU, that is graphical card installation and CPU installation. Okay, so if your PC configuration is highly ended with CPU, means you can install TensorFlow with CPU oriented. Otherwise, if you are more number of graphics card, okay, in your CPU when compared to CPU, you can use TensorFlow installation by GPU. Okay, so the command for CPU and GPU is nothing but pip install TensorFlow CPU or pip install TensorFlow GPU. Okay, so installation, we have here you can see here I already have an Anaconda navigator. Using this Anaconda navigator I am opening my Jupyter notebook. Okay, so in this Jupyter notebook only I am working my programs. Okay, so this is the Jupyter notebook I opened in my using Anaconda navigator. So this is the one of the that is it's offline. You need to install the you need to install the Anaconda navigator software in your PC, or if you are Mac OS, if you are using Mac, you can install officially. We have a website of Anaconda navigator .org. You can go there and you can install for both Windows and both Mac OS and Linux and Ubuntu also. Okay, so you don't need to install like this. You want to work on directly through online also. We have websites like Google Colab. Okay, so here you can use your Jupyter notebook. Okay, so here it's asking some of the here I already done with some IPMB file. Okay, so that's why it's asking untitled IPMB file. Okay, so here you can check it. Okay, so like same thing only. Normally notebook is nothing but it should be run cell by cell type. Okay, so you want to run first cell and second cell and then third cell. Okay, like this only you want to work. If it is a notebook file means, okay, not like an Java or C++ language. You need to compile whole program if you want to run, but here you can run it step by step itself. Why? That's why you can easily learn machine learning or deep learning or any other Python languages also. If you are using Jupyter notebook or notebook type of thing and you can practice means it will easily you can understand when we compare to any other IDLE packages also. So here you can check it. Okay, so this is a Google Collaboratory. In this also you can use. Okay, so otherwise you can use Kaggle also. Okay, Kaggle website. Okay, in Kaggle website you have an separate option. Using this option you can create a new notebook file. Okay, so it's mainly Kaggle is nothing but whatever data set you need based on machine learning and deep learning, you can search it here. So it's freely it's available. Most of the data set is open source only. You can download it directly if you have an account. Okay, account registration also nothing. Is just like a Gmail registration only. Okay, easy to register. Here you can create a new notebook. Okay, so this is the 3 way you can use your notebook. Two ways online, one way is offline. Okay, so if you want to import Keras TensorFlow package through online, we don't need to install. Okay, we can directly run it. It will be automatically imported. Package will be imported. But if you are using Anaconda Navigator Jupyter notebook, you need to install those packages. Okay, you need to install those packages using Anaconda prompt. Okay, so Anaconda prompt here you have Anaconda prompt. So in this using this Anaconda prompt you need to install. Okay, so for example, what are the package you need to install? You need to use pip install. Okay, and for example here you can see numpy is another one package. Now numerical Python, Matplotlib is the package. Okay, so and Keras and TensorFlow also one of the package. You need to install pandas. Like this you want to do pip install pandas. If you click enter, you will automatically the package will be downloaded by online. Okay, so like same thing only you have to do for Keras also. So pip install Keras you have to do. If you want to install TensorFlow, pip install TensorFlow. Okay, so if you click enter button, automatically it will be down through online. Okay, so here I'm a requirement already satisfied, it's showing. So I already have a pandas package in this base environment, so we don't need to we already installed pandas because we already have. Like same thing only, if you use pip install keras, install keras means it will be automatically, I already installed keras, so again it will be show the requirement already satisfied. Okay, but if you are new using this new this command new, it will be installed automatically. Okay, so this is the way you have to install in offline. Okay, so if it is online, we don't need to install, we just want to import your data set through that online notebooks. Okay, so because the dataset we want to, otherwise if you are using Kaggle website, you just want to link your dataset. Okay, so let's be enter into the session. Okay, yeah, this is the installation procedure. Okay, and then introduction to deep learning algorithm. Okay, so what are the algorithm we can use? Okay, so before we go into this session, algorithm session, you just want to remember this again, how neural network will be formed. Okay, so x1, x2, x3, for example, we have an input data, hidden layer 1, hidden layer 2. Okay, so those input data will be passed to hidden layer 1 and hidden layer 2 and hidden layer 3, hidden layer 4. Okay, that is, here we have more 4 neurons. Each x1 input will be passed to each neurons, each hidden layer 1 neurons. Okay, and x2 will be passed to each hidden layer 1 neurons. Okay, that is called fully connected layer. Okay, so this is called fully connected layer. Okay, so each line have some unique weight. Okay, unique weight means like fingerprint. Okay, so you already know about, guys, what is unique. Okay, so each and every human being have some separate fingerprint, unique fingerprint. Like same thing only, x1 and hidden layer 1 in first hidden layer have some weight. Okay, like that we have different weight of each fully connected layer. Okay, after that hidden layer 2. Okay, so after it's processing some, using some activation function, I will do draw some, I will some summation values, then I will be get an output. Those output will be again passed to hidden layer 2, and then hidden layer 2 will be some calculation, and then I will be get an output. Okay, so this is the simple architecture of working of neural network. Okay, so in neural network we have totally two types. One is artificial neural network, another one is deep neural network. Okay, so artificial neural network is just a simple thing like this only: input layer, hidden layer 2, and then output layer. Okay, so the application of artificial neural network is like computer vision. Okay, computer vision is nothing but at starting of this webinar you will be see that cameras. Okay, so cameras, if you want to compute some videos or picture, okay, if you want to train those type of data to the artificial neural network algorithm, you need computer vision package. Okay, so computer vision package is nothing but using those package we convert the picture into the matrix value. Okay, picture into the matrix type of value, and then we will train the algorithm. Okay, so that is the use of computer. If you want to read those images or videos, you need a computer vision package, and then speech recognition, and then speech translation, machine translation, social network filtering, medical diagnosis, playing board, and video games. Okay, these are the areas we can do as application of artificial neural network. And then deep neural network. So deep neural network is an AI with multiple layers. Okay, it's also like AI only, but the number of hidden layers will be increased. Okay, compared to artificial neural network. Okay, so that is called deep neural network. So you can see here, so here I am having input layer, output layer, but I am having hidden layer 1 more than 2. Okay, so that is called deep neural network. Okay, so in deep neural network is usually to feed forward neural network only. Like feed forward neural network means it just to pass the data from starting to ending, not looping. Okay, but if you take it as a recurrent neural network, it is one type of deep neural network, they can do looping. Okay, so this means the data from the input layer flows to the output layer without looping. That is called feed forward network. And such a network with one hidden layer, more feed forward neural network. The number of hidden layers could be like 1,000 or more than 1,000 also will be there. Okay, and then deep neural network mostly used to multiple weight with the input neurons, and mostly like zeros and ones, like a classification type of data set, and its neurons will be randomly assigned the weight and connection between those neurons. Okay, so deep neural network have totally two types. One is recurrent neural network and another one is convolutional neural network. Okay, that is RNN and CNN. Okay, so recurrent neural network is nothing but it's training like before value and today's value. For example, if you take a stock market price prediction, stock market price value of Jio or Reliance, okay, or any other company, yesterday we will compare the yesterday's values and today's values. Okay, if you want to invest, what is the yesterday's value and today's value, it's increasing or decreasing, like that we will do some analysis, and then we will do some investment those companies. Okay, like same thing only recurrent neural network also, it will be working under the past data, that is last neuron data and present neuron data. Okay, if it is a last neuron data will be more compared to present neuron data, it will be taken as a last neuron data only. Okay, if it is a last neuron data, it will be low when compared to present neuron data, it will be take a present neuron, it will be pass the present neuron data to the next neuron. Okay, so that is called recurrent neural network. And recurrent neural network have some task like unsegment connected handwrite recognition, like speech recognition. Okay, so like those type of thing you can use RNN. RNN can use its internal state memory. Okay, so this is one of the main advantages in RNN. Okay, like RNN have some separate internal memory. Using those internal memory only, it will process the sequence type of output. Okay, so kinds are in RNN like impulse recurrent neural network, direct, and then infinite impulse. Okay, so they have in RNN also we have two types. Okay, so we don't need to go in depth, we will just see about two types, that's enough. Okay, and the next one CNN, convolutional neural network. So convolutional neural network is nothing but mostly it will be used to train train videos and pictures. Okay, so based on the pictures, it will be convolutional neural network is have two things important one. Okay, that is convolution and subsampling. Okay, so convolution is nothing but it will be take some important, if you have an image, in that image it will be take some important data, that is called convolution. After convolution it will be use some subsampling. Okay, subsampling is also called as mapping. Okay, otherwise some procedure is there. Okay, using that subsampling, I will be reduce the current pixel into the small pixel with important data. Okay, so like that I will be do for again and again. After that, at last we have a segment of artificial neural network. Okay, that is simple neural network. Okay, so if you take a simple neural network, what it will be there, having fully connected layer with the two hidden layers and output layer, like same procedure at last we have. Okay, so that is called convolutional neural network. And then convolutional neural network have sorted of deep ANN and feed forward neural network, and applications like visual imagery, computer vision, acoustic modeling like automatic speech recognition, and recommender system, natural language processing, and then Keras in depth. Okay, so let me enter into the session. How we can Keras use it in the depth. Okay, so data representation util, and then Keras model, sequential model, and then API, Keras layers, activation function, loss function, optimizer function, learning rate scheduler, metrics. So these are the area we are covering in Keras. Before this, I will be entered to the Jupyter notebook and I want to explain some of the basics thing, and then I will show you I will compare the depth of the Keras. Okay, so here you can see I am having an Jupyter notebook file. Okay, so this one already I done a code about this how I am done. Okay, the live session will be available. I already the live session conducted. Those session link will be given in description. Okay, you can use those links and check it out how this program is done. Okay, so same program only. I am just give an explanation to you guys. Okay, so TensorFlow importing, first I'm importing some basic packages like TensorFlow, Keras, and you can see here in Keras I'm importing a models and layers. Okay, so model and layer is nothing but model is sequential model, and then layer is nothing but dense layer, flatten layer, convolution 2D layer, and maximum pooling layer. Okay, so I already told to you we have an in CNN we have an subsampling that is called maximum pooling layer. Okay, so after convolution layer we will use maximum pooling layer. Then flatten function. Flatten function is nothing but here you can see flatten function. Okay, but that is all my output data will be converted into one single vector. Okay, that is called flat. That is the use of flatten function. Okay, so convolution layer 2D I already imported. That is for a picture. In picture I am taking important data. After that I am using some subsampling is nothing but it's called as a maximum pooling. So maximum pooling is we need to retrieve the from convolution layer we need to retrieve some important data. Okay, that is called maximum pooling. And then dropout function is nothing but to reduce the neurons. Okay, because I don't need 1000 or more than 1000 neurons I don't need, so I'm just reducing my 1000 neurons or more than 2000 neurons into 100 or 150 like that. Okay, so this is the use of layers. Okay, those layers will be imported in Keras. Then model is nothing but we need to build those layers using some model. Okay, so that model is called sequential model. Okay, then utils categorical. Okay, so here I are in you can see here data representation. Okay, so first I will show you data representation, after that data representation using util. Okay, so this one I will be do with like this. Okay, so you see here. Okay, utils and numpy, numerical, Python, matplotlib to plot the graph. Okay, so using Keras I imported the data set. That data set I already told you this is the default data set in Keras, it's available. Using that I have imported my data set, that is CIFAR10. Okay, so this is the data set name. If you search it in Google you will be get an data set. Okay, so here you can see, so this is my data set. Like this only it will be available. One second, view image is not there. Okay, so see here this is the classification file like aeroplane, automobile, birds, cat, deer, dog, frog, horse, ship and truck. Okay, so totally we have an wait a minute, I will show you. Okay, so totally we have an 10 class, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Totally we have a 10 class. This is called a 10 class. And then I am having my data. Okay, so data with class file 10. Okay, so this one you have to memorize it, guys, then only you will be understood of next coming slides. Okay, once you remember this, and then after that I am importing my data set. I am saving my data set into two types. One is train data, that is X train and Y train. Another one is test data, that is X test and Y test. Okay, so X train data and Y train data is nothing but X train I am having some pictures. In X train I am having some pictures of all the labels like aeroplane some pictures, automobile some pictures, birds some picture, cat, like that I am having some pictures in X train. Okay, so according to that picture what is the type in Y train I am having. Type is nothing but what is the aeroplane or automobile. Okay, what is the type it's represent. Like same thing only X test and Y test. Okay, in name itself we have a suggest X train is and Y train is used to train the algorithm, and X test and Y test is used to test the algorithm. Okay, So here you can see the shape of the X-train is like this. The X-train is nothing but it's a picture type. Okay, it's a picture type, and Y-train is nothing but it's a label file. Okay, so same thing, X-test will be represent a picture, and Y-train is nothing but picture of the label. Okay, so here I am checking the shape of the X-train. I am getting totally 5, that is 15,000 and 32 comma 32. Okay, so 15,000 and 32 comma 32 is nothing but 32 comma 32 megapixel. Totally I have a 15,005 in X-time and 3. Okay, so 3 is nothing but layers. Okay, so if you take a normally color image, you have a layers like R, G, B. Okay, so this is the red, green, blue, so that is called layers. Okay, so if you want to see the first image in your X-time, if you want to see the 10th image in your X-time, you can see here like this. Okay, you can print like this X-time 10th image. Okay, so if I print like this, all the image in the form of array matrix value. Okay, array value. We didn't get an what is this. Okay, we didn't get an what is this. So for that purpose, I am moving on to showing the image. Okay, so I need to show the image of X-train, that is 10th image. Okay, so it's showing the image, but it's not in clear manner. Okay, but some way it's look like a D. Okay, I already more number of time I working on this, so I can easily find it's look like a D. But if you are new, you can't find exactly what is that image. Okay, so here you can see X-train image 10th I am displaying in the first time, so I am getting only pixel values. Okay, so pixel value is nothing but it's in the form of range from 0 to 255. Okay, so 0 to 255 nothing but 0 is nothing but from starting black color to white color. Okay, so between this I'm having some data. So here X-train showing, so deer look like deer. So if I check for Y-train label, that is 10th label, I am getting a 4. Okay, so what is 4? 0 1 2 3 4 deer. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I am getting a deer as a output. Okay, so for that purpose I am creating one classification. In that classification I am typing ordered wise. Okay, aeroplane, automobile, bird and cat, deer, etc. Then I am passing the Y-train 10th column. Okay, so after Y-train 10th column, deer. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, this is the output of deer. Okay, so I already told you it's look like a deer, so output deer. Okay, so next one to categorical Y-train and Y-test. Okay, so I already imported this like from utils converting into the categorical. So here now I will show you the what is utils. Okay, so if you take an data, we have discrete variable, continuous variable and categorical variable. Discrete variable is nothing but the number of children in the family. We can easily count. Okay, 3 or 4 or 5 or 1 like that. But continuous variable is nothing but like a temperature. Okay, 25 degree 0.9, 25.9 and 25.8 like that. It's a continuous variable. Okay, that is two type. Another one data representation is categorical variable. Okay, so categorical variable is nothing but it's, for example, if you take a gender, they will give us a male or female. Okay, we need to convert those categorical variable into 0 or 1. For that purpose we are using utils. Util is nothing but to converting into an numerical manner. Okay, so like you can see we have totally 3 converting categorical manner, like one hot encode data. In this today's code we are using this one hot encode data, and then we can do text pre-processing like tokenizing. Okay, tokenizing is nothing but if we have a paragraph, it will be converted into the single word. Okay, that is paragraph starting with the although, you can use any other method, although comma you comma can comma use comma any comma, like that it will be converted into the commas. Okay, that is called text processing. Otherwise you can use label encoder. Okay, that is comes under scikit-learn. Okay, so scikit-learn have separate package. There is machine learning package. Using machine learning packages also you can convert your categorical value into zeros and ones. Okay, so we have totally 3 options, but today we are going to see about one card key encode. Okay, so one card key encode, you can check here, one card key encode. Okay, so what I am doing means I will convert into the categorical, that is white train and white test, okay, into 10. Okay, that is 0 to 10. Like see here, this is the output. So, okay, so in, for example, in white train, 10th one I am having output 4. Okay, so those output 4 means here I will convert it into 4 as a 1. Like for example, fourth one, that is D is my output in 10th column. Okay, the balance all are will be take it as a 0. Okay, that is like this, 0 0 0, and then fourth one 0 1 2 3 4. 4 is my D. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 is my D. So here it will be 0, and then rest of all the thing will be a 0. Okay, so like this fourth one will be a, if you check for after you applying this one card key, that is 2 categorical white train, you will be get the output like this only. If you check for white train 10th column, you will be check the output like this only. Okay, that is why one card key encode. And after this I will be move on to normalizing the pixels. Okay, it's just normalizing the pixel is nothing but here I am having a integer type of value, just converting my integer type of value into the decimal type, because it's take a integer type means take too much memory, so I am reducing this, and then I will be importing a sequential function and store it in one model. Okay, using this model only I am creating my neurons. Okay, so first neuron is convolution neuron, and next neuron is maximum pooling neurons, and another one is again convolution, again maximum pooling. Okay, so totally I am using 2 times convolution and 2 times maximum pooling. So first time convolution I am using a input size 32. Okay, so 32 you already know what is the your input size of the picture, you have to use like this. Okay, so nowadays 32 into 32 image pixel is not there. Not that means normally if you take any images nowadays in your mobile phone or anywhere, we have more number of megapixels. Okay, like 16 into 16 megapixel or some other megapixel. According to that image shape you can give it as an input. So here you can see 32 input. Okay, then activation layer I am using ReLU, and the input shape I am using a 32, 3. Okay, so maximum pooling 2D layer, and then next after same thing only I am using 32, ReLU activation function, and then this is the maximum pooling layer, and after that flatten layer. Flatten layer is nothing but we are converting my output into a single vector. Okay, that is the use of flatten layer. After flatten layer I am using a dropout dense and input as a 1000 input. Those 1000 input will be, I no need those 1000 input, I need only exact output, that is whether it's a tree whether it's a frog or whether it's a cat or whether it is an truck, like that I need only a single output. So I am using dropout function. So dropout function is nothing but if I give a 0.5, that is 50%, we need to drop. In 1000 50% means 500. Okay, so then after that again using dropout function 0.5, in 1000 in 500 50% means 250. Okay, so 250 I am using. After 250 I am using 10 as my output file, that is I am having a classification file 10. Totally I am having a classification file 10. So at last I am getting an output, that is total 10 layer. Okay, so after that next I will move on to last function. Okay, last categorical cross entropy optimizer add-on. Okay, so up to this we will wait and see it in PPT. Okay, and then after that you can enter into this model. Next step, so sequential model, you know I already told to you about sequential model. So here imported and then API, and then Keras layers. Okay, so we need to implement the Keras layers, and in layers not only we have like this dense layer or dropout layer or pooling layer or convolution layer, we have another layers also like noise pooling, normalizing and embedding layer also. And activation function, activation function is nothing but it will be predict the cost of the weight. Okay, like sigmoid, tan h and relu are the most famous mostly used in deep learning algorithm, those layers only. And then sigmoid is used to predict the output like classification type of file like 0, 1 or 2 like that. Tangent will be used to like continuous variable data, and relu is used to only used in hidden layers only, not for prediction purpose. Okay, and then last function, in last function we are using in our program categorical cross entropy, but we have more number of last functions also. And then optimizer, like optimizer we are using Adam here, but we have optimizers like see here SGT, RMS, PRB, Adam and AET delta and Adam. Okay, Adam only we are using here. And then metrics. Okay, metrics is nothing but you can see here metrics. Okay, accuracy score, to find the accuracy score or precision and recall F score. Okay, so that is called metrics. Okay, then here you can see here I am training my algorithm using fit. Okay, fit is the function to train the algorithm. After training I am giving here epoch and batch size. Okay, so epoch and batch size is nothing but you can check it here. Sorry, here is not there. Okay, so epochs and batch size. Okay, epochs is nothing but how many time that 15,000 data want to train the algorithm. Okay, so to train the model, how much time you want to train the model. Here I am giving only one time. Okay, so that's why here it's that is 40,000 total model will be trained by model only one time only. Okay, so if you increase the epoch equal to 10 or 20 or 50, it will be trained again and again n number of times. Okay, according to the epoch number of times. Okay, so that is the important, this is the one of the important to train the algorithm. How much time you are training your algorithm, you will be get a more accuracy result. Okay, that is the important thing. The batch size is nothing but each and every iteration. For example, here you have one iteration. In this one iteration, how much size of file you need to give to the algorithm. Like first in one iteration 256, 256 and then 256 and then 256 and then 256, 256 amount of data we need to give iteration. Like that we need to give like this. Okay, then after that evaluate the model. Evaluate the model is nothing but it's a function to test the algorithm. Okay, that is evaluate function. After evaluate function we will be check for real-time input data also. Okay, so after I am checking I will get the accuracy result like model dot predict. See here I am entering a cat image, so for that cat image I will be get a output like cat or not a cat, like that. Okay, so evaluate function is nothing but we can find the output. Okay, using evaluate function. Okay, so about this program I already taken a webinar in live. Okay, so if you want to know even more in-depth detail about this program, you can check it out in description. I have a link using animal dataset, and I will paste the link. Using that you can check it out. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this webinar, you can ask it in our comment box. Okay, I will reply you. Any question is there, you can ask it in comment box. I will reply you. Okay. Sorry guys, I forgot to give a link to you about that program link. Okay, so after this webinar I will give the link to you. You can just check it out. Okay. If you have any doubt regarding this session, you can ask it in your comment box. Okay, I think there is no doubt. Okay, after this webinar, I will upload the link to you, definitely, sure. Okay, you can check it out in this webinar session description itself. Okay, and if you have any, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. You will be hit a bell icon. You will be get a notification each and every day. We are posting two videos in morning and afternoon. And you want to know about different type of domains and technologies, you can subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. If you like this video, please hit a like button. It will be boost to us to even more. We will about soft copy of the code. Yeah, sure, I will upload you that also I will share in your link. Okay, so thank you guys. I want to tell you something. Okay, so we are conducting an internships and with IETE. Okay, if you guys want to join with us, you can select like deep learning with AI, OpenCV, MATLAB, Android application, and Arduino development and all. Okay, so we are conducting this internship for 5 days and 1 month also. If you need, at last I will show you some contact details. You can contact them and then register for your internship. Okay, so thank you from Kamalesh. If you have any doubt regarding this session, you can contact me on this mail ID. And then if you need any upcoming events or further more information, you can contact on WhatsApp like 7010888841 and Pantech Telegram channel also. Okay, so if you want to register for internship, or if you need a webinar like this for your college, you can contact like Senthil Kumar, Mr. Srinivasan and Mr. Kumar Asami. Okay, so once again, thank you for one and all to present here today's webinar on deep learning with Keras, and thanks for Angel Institute of Technology and Design for this wonderful webinar session. Thank you. It's signing off from Kamalesh.